Hey, you guys. Welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, bringing you trending topics, and I vlog my life, and I have a smorgasbord of topics to go through with my Naughty crew today. So I just wanted to jump on this live to see what you guys' thoughts are. I want to get into sex positive culture. I want to talk about it with my Naughty crew. I want to see what y'all think about it. Also, there was an arrest made in the unaliving of Takeoff, so we're going to get into that. And people are losing their ever-loving minds, okay? Ever-loving minds everywhere. We're going to talk about Hazel E. being a sugar mama out here in these streets buying her own wedding ring. The nerve. All right, and we're going to get into some old footage on Yee, because I always say Yee is a walking contradiction. And the other person that called him out on that, Charlamagne. And I got that footage for you guys. And we're going to get into some reparations. California is actually like setting up some reparations. So I'm going to drop this intro and we will be right back. Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, and today I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at naughtylove2020@gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable, and please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out. One. Okay. Happy Saturday to everybody. I know it is raining like crazy here on the East Coast, but it did warm up. So I guess we gotta be grateful for what we get, right? Okay, we have 52 degrees today. Just a little rainy, you know what I mean? My weekend has started off nice. Last night I went out with my girlfriends and had a blast, okay? Had some good wine or whatever, had good conversation. It was just good to be out of the house for sure. Because I don't know if you all know, I'm always in. I work from home. I do everything from the house. So I get a little cabin fever every once in a while. So I got to go out and sing and dance and just let my hair down just so I can prepare for the next week. All right. So up first, I want to get into a topic and shout out to one of my naughty crews. I'm so sorry. I just want to give her handle. Juby Buggin Show, the Juby Buggin Show. Follow her on TikTok, okay? Because her TikToks are hilarious. But thank you so much for sending me this story. All right, I'm gonna get everything geared up. Before we get into everything, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button so that you can be notified when I update content to my channel. Also, leave comments and share my content on your different social media platforms. If you like my commentary, please share with your family and friends. And all of these things that I just discussed, that helps the videos move through YouTube algorithm. I appreciate all the support that I have been given thus far. All right, so up first, let's get into California and the reparations. So I have this clip for you guys. Here we go.
Black people, this is major news. Share this video, comment, give this video to every black person that you know, because the California Reparations Task Force floats $223,000 per black person who is a descendant of American slavery. Seriously, I reported on this the other day and people doubted me. I told y'all they were talking about dollar amounts. And now we have a dollar amount. So let's get deeper into this story. And so the California Reparations Task Force, who was appointed by Governor Gavin Newsom, projects that black state residents could be eligible for as much as $223,000 per person as part of an effort to redress historical racism. And this will be limited to foundational black Americans, freedmen, or black descendants of American slavery. I told y'all this was coming.
So let me know what y'all think about this. Do you think other states will follow the same pattern? I hope so. I think it's well overdue. So shout out to California for being the first state to kind of like address what we've been through in our history. Like, I appreciate them acknowledging our pain. So I wanted to bring it to my Naughty crew to see what y'all thought about it. I thought it was dope. I'll play it for one more time for you guys.
Black people, this is major news. Share this video, comment, give this video to every black person that you know, because the California Reparations Task Force floats $223,000 per black person who is a descendant of American slavery. Seriously, I reported on this the other day and people doubted me. I told y'all they were talking about dollar amounts. And now we have a dollar amount. So let's get deeper into this story. And so the California Reparations Task Force, who was appointed by Governor Gavin Newsom, projects that black state residents could be eligible for as much as $223,000 per person as part of an effort to redress historical racism. And this will be limited to foundational black Americans, freedmen, or black descendants of American slavery. I told y'all this was coming.
I don't know. When I see it, I believe it, you guys. But maybe we need a black reparations task force over in each state. I think we should continue. Sorry, guys. My eyes itching. I think we should continue the same pattern throughout all 50 states. Let me know what y'all think. Oh, we got some comments. Hey, AT2. Thank you for joining. He says, I'm in California, so I'm interested to find out how it works. Me too, AT2. Me too. I want to do a little digging on this. AT2, maybe we can do a panel or something on this, all right? Please go over to my homeboy's channel, AT2. We just had a blast over on his channel. We did some karaoke. We having a rent party for my boy, and we just had a great time. So please go over to his channel and subscribe. He has been very supportive of me in these YouTube streets. Yes, AT2. It should be for all of us. To be fair, I think Michigan has something similar to this. Wow. Okay. But I wanted to bring this to my Naughty crew. I want to hear your thoughts on this. And I think we need a reparations task force in every single state. We got to keep the momentum going. I hope other politicians are looking at this and can model it for their different states. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So up next, I want to get into a topic that came up on a panel that I sat on. Sex positive culture. I want to get into it because I feel like these young people are very open. And back in the day, either you were heterosexual or homosexual, okay, or lesbian or whatever, okay. But now there's so many different layers. I can't even keep up anymore. So I wanted to kind of bring this topic to my Naughty crew to see what y'all thought about this, because I just think young people are so loose nowadays, and the foundation of a monogamous relationship is getting lost in the sauce. Okay, and I'm old school. I like a normal relationship. I like to have fun within that relationship, but I think it's meant for two people, couple. Couple is two people. Okay. And I'm just really interested in expanding my knowledge, all right, because maybe I'm ignorant to a lot, so I'm hoping that you guys can help me out here. Oh, yes, AT2, now they call it fluid, all right, sexually fluid. So I ran across a couple of posts, and like a lot of people are like pro open relationship now, and I'm just like, okay, where do we go from here? So I was scrolling through the gram and some things stuck out to me. So I'm gonna share it with my naughty crew. Okay, here we go. So shout out to OnSite for dropping this interview. Here we go.
So could you share your man with somebody if he gave you everything you wanted?
I share these men for less because they're going to go cheat anyway.
They're going to go cheat anyway.
So if I know for sure that he's going to give me everything I wanted, I will voluntarily share. Because we involuntarily share these men all the time. They cheat. My man probably cheating as we speak. I don't give a damn. I'm working.
Literally. Like what I'm going to do, stop it?
Yeah, we don't stop it. I've been cheated on. You've been cheated on. You've been cheated on. The person who watching this, the person who comment about to get cheated on.
So could you share your man with somebody if he gave you everything you wanted?
I share these men for less because they're going to go cheat anyway.
Hey, boo. Hey, Angela. Welcome. Okay, so what do you think about this, naughty crew? This young woman says that she'll voluntarily share her man. And this is what I think is the problem. Like, our women, they don't know their worth anymore. They don't even require monogamy. This is only the first part of it. We're going to get back to her. I have a few. I'm going somewhere with this, okay? Now, on another platform, we have a young man speaking out. And this is kind of from a male's perspective. So here we go. This is from Trapping Anonymous. Man explains why it's okay for girlfriends to have sex with other men. Okay? Here we go.
Wants to have sex with another dude, like who am I to tell her that that's something that we can't do, because that's something that, but again, I'm doing that as a selfish thing, right? If I really love my girl, I'm doing whatever we need to do to make her happy, right?
Okay, so nothing in you the first time you saw giving him head, nothing in you.
She's never been on her knees, right? She
okay, so she was
right? She's on her back, right? So, but I mean, but at the same time, it's like even if it's on the knees, to me, it doesn't like stir up a feeling of jealousy, because jealousy in anybody is rooted in fear. And I'm not scared of this dude. I'm not scared of him taking my girl. If she wants to have sex with another dude, like who am I to tell her that
This is how the young people rolling nowadays, guys. Oh, my volume's low. Sorry. This is how they rolling nowadays, okay? Open relationships everywhere, okay? It's a couple of things that are concerning for me. STDs, all right? Somebody can't handle it and things take a turn for the left. But this is how the young people are rolling nowadays, okay? That's not all he had to say. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get the other post up for him because he has some outrageous thoughts. And I'm just like, is this where our young people's minds are nowadays? Here it goes. Shout out to On-Site for dropping this.
Like, if you look at biology, I mean, it's your body. Like, you're getting pleasure from something that's happening in your body. So with anybody else, I mean, you could be like, hey, if two lesbians use a strap-on, then that must mean that they secretly want to be with a dude. You can't necessarily say that. It's how you feel. But anatomy wise, all you're doing is creating a pleasure for that person that's already exists in their body. You're just stimulating it. So if it's something that's inside my body, it's being stimulated, doesn't necessarily mean that I want to be with dudes. Just being I'm enjoying pleasure. The majority of people who experience that may be bisexual or gay, so people tie them all together, but it's not necessarily the case, in my opinion. Like, if you look at biology, I mean, it's your body. Like, you're getting
Thank you guys. Sorry. Thank you, AT2. Thank you, chat. Can you hear me now? Okay, so AT2 says, I'm okay with her having a boyfriend as long as we can put our house, car, and everything in his name. My credit is shot. LOL. Exactly. But like, this is everyone's polyamorous nowadays. Okay. Thank you. Everyone's polyamorous. Now it's the norm. Like, in order to get in a relationship in the industry, you gotta be down with having threesomes. What do you think about that? And I think these girls are so desperate to keep these men that they're willing to settle for whatever. And I just think there's a lack of self-worth on both sides, from the men and the women. The men running around bed hopping. It's got to be something deep-seated in you where, like, one person is not enough. To me, that's trauma, if you ask me. But I just wanted to have an open discussion about it because I'm trying to. It's happening more and more. It's so trendy now. Everyone being fluid, like it allegedly, like Blueface, they say he's like he likes both, and to each his own. That's fine. But I just think that would be too many people to deal with for me in one relationship. You know, like. It's hard to keep track with one, all right, let alone you add other layers. And that's why they all be out here beefing and fighting. But I swear to God, one day I'm gonna make a map. I think I'm gonna start with Future in the middle, right? And then I'm gonna draw a map of how many people he's linked to being with and how many people they linked to. I swear to God, everybody gonna be linked to each other at the end of the day. The L Word. They did that on the first season of the L Word. On Showtime. Yes, guys. So I wanted to open up a discussion for my naughty crew, to see what you guys think. Oh, yes, AT2. I think that's why he keeps Krishan, because she's comfortable with it. Yes, exactly. He did a freestyle. He was on like a big Twitch personality, one of his shows, and his freestyle, he basically was like, I done been in more buns than something or whatever. I'll find a clip and I'll post it up for you guys. But yeah, I mean, it's okay, but be out in the open with it. That's my thing. Like, why is the shame still there? Like, just be out in the open. No one's gonna judge you at this point. There's so many um gay rappers and stuff in the industry now. I just think it's not even a big deal like it used to be. Let me know what y'all think. Yeah, exactly. It's a lie. It's just like, what happened to monogamy? It's like monogamy becoming extinct. Because I mean, the way the young culture carries on, they just down with it. Like, so I guess they just like, well, he gonna cheat anyway, or she's gonna cheat anyway, so we might as well just have an open relationship. So then what's the point of the relationship at this point? So I just wanted to bring it to my naughty crew to see what you guys think. Please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button. We're going to go on to our next topic. You know, prayers go out to Nick Cannon. Apparently he was hospitalized. Shout out to the Shade Room for dropping this, but you know, he has that autoimmune condition, and I just think he be working himself to the bone because he gotta take care of all them kids, them 12 babies. So he posted, okay, so I guess I'm not Superman. I promised myself I would never be back at this place again, but this is a great lesson to take care of you, or you won't be able to take care of everyone else. Don't trip though. I don't need any well wishes or prayers, just some solid rest, and I will be back on the journey to become stronger than ever. It's just pneumonia, nothing I can't handle. Crazy thing is, last night we was just rocking a sold out crowd in Madison Square Garden in front of thousands of fans, and now I'm all alone in a tiny hospital room. Life is definitely a roller coaster. I mean, yeah, Nick, I don't know, Naughty Crew. I don't know.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. You know why? Because he's linked to that IG model that just came out and says she has, you know, the AIDS thing going on, that package. And, you know, like sometimes it's, you know, it start off with these type of symptoms and stuff like that. I mean, but that's even more reason why you need to start protecting yourself, Nick. Like, you have an autoimmune disease. Number one, you could pass that on genetically. Okay. And number two, like, you got all these kids to provide for. You reckless in these streets. You reckless. But prayers go out to you. I want my brother to feel better because we need for him to provide for them 12 babies, okay? They need their daddy, Nick. Gotta wrap it up. Protect yourself. Yes. All right. Up next. You know, Amanda Seales, it's this new show called Breakbeat that I love. And they have a host. And her name is...
You know what I didn't realize?
Her name is Don't Call Me White Girl. And I love her interview style. Like, she's real relaxed and laid back and everything. So I wanted to share Amanda Seales. She gets candid about her sex life in this interview. And I tend to like Amanda Seales, okay? We're going to jump into it.
This is not my fault. For a long time.
What?
I didn't know I was supposed to be faking the orgasm. I did not know that. Like, legit. Okay, so let me just say.
So what, do you just sit there quietly?
I mean, no, I'm doing.
But you have to fake the finish so we can wrap it up.
I did not know that. So, like, I didn't understand that niggas was mad because I wasn't achieving the climax. I did not know that. And then this one nigga I dated was like,
hate this bitch.
And I was like, why? Because I was having a good time.
Yeah.
I was having a good time. You hitting the walls.
Yeah.
I was having a good time.
Yeah.
And he was like, you just never finish. And I was like, but you finish.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, but you're not signaling the accomplishment.
Let's wrap it up.
But I literally had no idea. Like, no one taught me this. He was like, you're not signaling the accomplishment. And it just makes me feel like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm like, but I'm like,
right.
I'm
no,
here.
you have to have the final.
I did not know. Well, but you know what?
I'm a
pro.
Clearly.
Why aren't I having the final, right? And it wasn't until I had a dude who really, you know, how do I put this? He was broke. And so and so I think that in his mind, he was like, I can't give financially, so I'm going to give vaginally.
Ain't nobody gonna fuck you like a nigga need a place to stay, nigga.
You know what I didn't realize?
This is not.
They're hilarious. They're hilarious. All right, shout out to the Jasmine's brand for dropping this footage. But what you Naughty Crew, what y'all think? Do you think it matters if you fake it? Should you validate it? Should you validate your dude like that? I'm just saying. If that's what's gonna make, I'm not no faker, y'all. I'm not no faker. I like to be my true, authentic self at all times. And if it's whack, I'm gonna tell you it's whack, and we got to do better. We got to work on it. So it's real on both sides. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Like, cause if it's a quickie, like, can you really expect? I don't know, Naughty Crew. I wanted to present it to you. I think Amanda Seales is hilarious. But go to Breakbeat to check out the full interview. It was hilarious. I enjoyed it. Okay, so up next, guys. So it looks like it's been an arrest made in Takeoff's unaliving. Okay, so shout out to the Neighborhood Talks for dropping this footage. Houston police arrest and charge Patrick Clark for the murder. Sorry, YouTube. The unaliving of our brother Takeoff. Rest in heaven, Takeoff. So, police have finally arrested the suspect gunman in Takeoff's unfortunate unaliving. Patrick Clark, 33, was taken into police custody yesterday and charged with his unaliving. The department's chief addressed the media today to announce the arrest. I can tell you Takeoff was not involved in playing the dice game. He was not involved in the argument that happened outside. He was not armed. He was an innocent bystander. All right. That's what Michael Burrows says. So police confirmed there was a dice game at the private event. They add Takeoff was not involved in the game. Investigators say they relied on surveillance video. They also said there were more than 30 people present at the time of the papowing. So literally every single one of those people left the scene without giving a statement to the police, Burrows said. It's important that those people come forward. So finally, they put him under the jail. Let me know what you guys think about this arrest. You know, we really need to stop this culture of we're not snitching. This man lost his life and he was innocent. He was an innocent bystander. And for people to still be holding information, okay? Only thing you need to fear is God himself, all right? I said it. And if you ain't with that street life, it is not considered snitching, people. So I don't understand. Like, if you got information in regards to this case, give the family some justice. That's the least we can do. Let me know what y'all think. I'm just happy that they're making some type of progress in the situation. You know, because Cardi and Offset, they did a whole tribute for Takeoff. Like, this really affected the family deep to the core. And he was just a good brother. You know what I'm saying? He was just a good brother. And I hate that this happened to him. Okay. And speaking of people are losing their mind everywhere, Naughty Crew. They are losing their ever-loving mind. And I think it has something to do with us being locked up for 2 years, okay? Because people are going crazy. People are getting kicked off planes. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked for dropping this footage.
Cell phone video from a passenger on board captures the moments law enforcement escorted 34-year-old Elam Agbenenu off the plane after an emergency landing in Little Rock, Arkansas, Saturday. The flight was heading from Houston to Columbus, Ohio, when court documents say the woman tried to open the emergency exit at 37,000 feet in the air and allegedly said Jesus told her to do it.
She was kind of frantic. I had to calm her down.
Suzanne Hicks was surprised to see a FaceTime from her daughter just 30 minutes after her flight took off. She was even more shocked to hear the chaos and panic in the background.
The lady was screaming at the top of her lungs, and then she started screaming and singing gospel songs. And then she proceeded to say over and over again, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy.
When flight attendants and fellow passengers intervened to restrain Elam, documents say the woman bit someone in the thigh. That person later treated with antibiotics and hepatitis shots. Records say Elam eventually admitted to authorities she flew without telling her husband.
In my view, this is a mental health issue and not an intoxication issue that many people were talking about. She clearly was having a mental health issue at the time. In the United States, we're free. And because of that, you can have mental health issues and travel as you wish. We don't have to notify anybody.
According to the FAA, as of November 1st of this year, there have been more than 2,100 reports of unruly passengers.
Interesting rules about removal from a flight. The only person who has the final authority to remove someone from a flight is the captain, not even the air marshal.
Now, as part of the FAA's reauthorization bill, the FAA can propose up to a $37,000 fine per violation for unruly passengers. The maximum civil penalty is up to $25,000. From Hobby Airport, Natalie He, Fox 26 News.
So mental health is really out of control in the United States, and that's why I wanted to present this to my Naughty crew. Because the mental health system is overloaded. All right. And like they said, especially when it comes to adults, it's hard to get a lot of adults to go in for treatment. Because no one wants to admit that they're not well, right? And they feel like they're losing some sense of control. But I think it has something to do, because drug use, alcoholism is at an all-time high, and so is mental health. And I'm just saying, if you out there, everyone, and you need help, it's okay. It's okay to get help. And trust me, you'll feel way better, when you get stabilized, and a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want the medication and this and that or whatever. The medication does help stabilize you. It does. All right. And it doesn't have to be forever. You can get back to a healthy place again when you can be independent of medication, but you have to follow the treatment regimens. And so many of our people are being affected mentally. And I think it's due to what we've been through, us being locked up in the house. That wasn't normal. That wasn't normal. Even out in China, they are bugging still over this sea girl, okay? Here we go.
OK，走，这样你没有办法支配啊，走，走，返工是吧？听我啊，走，返工是吧？啊。
So we can't understand the language, but shout out to the Neighborhood Talks for dropping this footage. Man taken out of his home by Chinese authorities in hazmat suits after he refused to move to a quarantine facility. Stuff is going down in China, and y'all got to remember, China got 1 billion people over there, okay? And they still going through it. And remember, this is where the sea girl originated from, allegedly, okay? The conditions over in China are extreme. So I think we're kind of lucky here in the United States, considering what's going down in China. At least we're able to walk around free. They're pulling people out of their homes. Okay. And the last thing that I wanted to share with my Naughty crew, people are, and I just want to give you guys a trigger warning. People are losing their ever-loving mind. Hey, Natasha, thank you. Yeah, I believe she was arrested and she had to get treated. Yes, Natasha, instilling mass fear is also a lower vibration emotion. But people are acting out everywhere, you guys. People are acting out everywhere. Okay, so I also wanted to bring you guys this clip. two co-workers at McDonald's went at it. I'm gonna give you guys a trigger warning. I had to use some emojis on this because it was off the hook, and I wanted to share it with my naughty crew. Here we go.
Man, let them fight, man. Let them fight. Look at him again.
Man, it's fucking tied. Get your big ass. Come on, y'all, stop.
Let them fight. Let them fight, man.
Put the people out here.
Don't put that out. They going dumb. Say, bro, move out the way. Hey, I'm eating. I'm eating.
Come on, man. What's wrong with you, bitch?
Damn. Do the.
Hold on. Look at your wig, bitch. What's wrong with you, bitch? What's wrong with you, huh? Fuck, she thought she did. Hold on. I gotta call Daniel.
You say what? Can I see that? All right, I got you. I'm lying. And we really still in that city, yeah. We still in that world. And it's still going on. Oh, look.
Get my shoes, say, get my shoes, bitch.
Oh!
Bitch, fuck your people, huh? Bitch, fuck your people. Bitch, I'm built like that. Bitch, fuck your people. Bitch, fuck your people, huh?
Come on, son.
What's wrong with you, bitch?
Chill out, son. Come on, son.
Y'all talk too much.
Come on, man.
Y'all talk too much.
Let's go, man. All right, come on. Go, let's go.
Let me know what y'all think, Naughty Crew. When I say people are losing their minds, okay? They don't have emotional management skills and they just use their fists. It's sad. And what's sad is the people in the background berating it and promoting it and encouraging it and recording it. And that looked like a manager and a regular employee. But not only after they broke them up, they went back. People are losing their ever-loving minds. Exactly. Natasha Sky says, not filming people fighting and encouraging them to fight instead of help the situation again. Exactly. This culture has got to stop. This culture has got to stop. People are quick to pull out their phones. Hey, feds, 2 employees. We're getting into like the mental health crisis that's going on. And I think it's due to like us being locked up for all those, a couple of years or whatever. And 2 employees got into it at work. They did not care who was around. Whatever they were beefing about, they wanted to go at it. Yes, Natasha. Yes. Yep. We keep seeing it over and over again. It happened with Shanquilla in her case. It's all over World Star. It's all over World Star. And this behavior is promoted. It's promoted. I'll play it one more time for the people that just joined me. And like I said, trigger warning.
Man, let them fight, man. Let them fight. Look at him again.
Man, it's fucking tied. Get your big ass. Come on, y'all, stop.
Let them fight. Let them fight, man.
Put the people out here.
Don't put that out. They going dumb. Say, bro, move out the way. Hey, I'm eating.
Come on, man. What's wrong with you, bitch?
Damn. Do the.
Hold on. Look at your wig, bitch. What's wrong with you, bitch? What's wrong with you, huh? Fuck, she thought she. Hold on. I gotta call Daniel.
You say what? Can I see that? All right, I got you. I'm lying. And we really still in that city, yeah. We still in that world. And it's still going on. Oh, look.
Get my shoes, say, get my shoes, bitch.
Ooh.
Bitch, fuck your people, huh? Fuck your people. Bitch, I'm built like that. Bitch. Fuck your people. Bitch. Fuck your people, huh?
Come on, son.
What's wrong with you, bitch?
Chill out, son. Come on, son.
Y'all talk too much.
Come on, man.
Y'all talk too much.
Let's go, man. All right, come on. Let's go.
Okay, exactly, Natasha. I think we need to continue to call out the people who choose to film and promote violence instead of helping. Exactly. People, I could be convulsing in the street and someone will pull out their phone to record me before they call 911 to help me. It's sad. It's sad. I wanted to present this to my Naughty crew because I really, really think it's dangerous out here right now. And you have to be careful around people because you don't know what people are going through and how they're going to react. And I feel like you really have to vet people thoroughly before you even open up to have a conversation because you never know what people's reactions are. All right. So up next, we're going to get into Hazel E., the sugar mama, Queen Sugar Mama. Yes, she out here in these streets admitting that she brought her own wedding ring. Yes, Natasha, it is scary. And I dropped the link. So if anybody wants to come up, you could feel free to come up and I'll bring you up on the panel so that you could sound off on all these different topics. I only have a couple more to go through. For those of you who joined late, we got into California paying out reparations to all the direct descendants of slavery. Okay, they finally put a dollar amount on it. Also, we got into, people losing their minds. We got into the arrest of and takeoffs unaliving. All right. And up next, we're doing Hazel E. Okay. Let's see what she got to say.
So I signed the contract for my ring.
Right,
and it was for him to, and it was for him to give me the ring.
So you signed a contract for your ring so he can go and design a ring for you, but he never paid out of his pocket for a ring.
No.
So you had to pay for your ring, whatever the amount was.
I didn't pay. I had to do the work for the ring.
Right.
Viral TV, the marketing for the ring.
Right.
Which I fulfilled,
Of course.
So I signed the contract for my ring.
Right.
And it was for him to, and it was for him to give me the ring.
So you signed a contract for your ring so he can go and design a ring for you, but he never paid out of his pocket for a ring.
No.
So you had to pay for your ring, whatever the amount was.
I didn't pay. I had to do the work for the ring.
Right.
Viral TV, the marketing for the ring.
Right.
Which I fulfilled,
Of course.
So I signed the contract for my ring.
Right, with Jimmy
And
Boy.
it was for him to give me the ring.
So you signed a contract for your ring so he can go and design a ring for you, but he never paid.
So I wanted to present this to my naughty crew to see what y'all think about Hazel E. She paid for her whole man, if you ask me. She knew he was broke like this. When they was on marriage boot camp, she kept saying, oh, you with me as a clout chase. She knew this. And now because you leaving the bum that you knew he was, you want us to care about you paying for your own ring. That is shame on you that you do not know your worth, Hazel E, to the point that you so desperate for a man, you'll settle for a man that can't even finance your ring. I'm over it, and I wish she would get off social media. I think she is doing this just to get attention so that she's trending again, so she can get back in the reality circuit. Let me know what y'all think. But shout out to Charmaine from Black Ink Crew. Chicago. I like her what her and her man are doing with their little podcast and everything. Her and Meek, or Neek, whatever his name is. Yes, Feds. She settled. I never cared about her. Me neither. She was so desperate for a man. She was gone for the younger dude so she could feel like she could control the situation. But this isn't a good example. This is a great example of what happens when you buy your man. Yes, Natasha. Yeah, that's low for her to call him out now because she's bitter. Exactly. Now she's putting all this stuff out there in the street, talking about, oh, he tried to poison me and this and that and the other. And it's just like, I don't care, Hazley. I've been stopped caring. When you was on marriage boot camp and you married him anyway, and you seen all the red flags. He had an anger problem on that show. He was getting into it with the castmates. And he strikes me as a true narcissist. Narcissists are bottomless pits. Like, you can never love them enough. You could never give them enough attention. They will suck you dry till you have nothing left. But this is karma, like you said. Because let me tell you, Hazel E., she was walking around with a big head, like, I'm that chick. I'm this. I'm a boss. Da-da-da-da. I'm a boss. When somebody has to be vocal like that out loud, usually means you're not a boss. And I was really done when she went live trying to have a fake waiting to exhale moment, throwing all his stuff out. And I'm like, you know how many people are homeless out here that could use that stuff? Exactly. Colorist too. Yup. Let's not forget that. She said something about the brown paper bag test. Yeah, I don't feel sorry for her. I hope she gets some therapy. Seriously. Because she reminds me of a Natalie Nunn. Like, they really think they really stars in their head for whatever reason. You know, like, Natalie's a rapper now. Who cares? Like, you're like 40 years old trying to become a rapper. What next? So, ladies, I want to present this story. If you got to buy your own wedding ring, that is a clear sign you need to get away from that relationship. Bottom line, I'm not wasting no more time on this thirst bucket. Exactly. This goes to show how shallow she is, Natasha. To show it on live, everything in the garbage. I'm talking brand new Timberlands. She could have went on what's that in Hollywood? They call it Skid Row. Yeah, she did. They call it. She could have went there and donated that stuff, and I'm sure a homeless person would have appreciated all that stuff. But that's how shallow she is. But karma, like you said, Feds. Karma. It's your mama. All right, guys. So up next, I found some old footage of Ye. He's been kind of singing the same rant, just to a different tune from back in the day. Okay, and Charlemagne was the only one that calls him out like, you're kind of contradictory, and that's how I feel about him. So let's jump into this footage. Shout out to Vic Dillard, and this is his brother.
It's made from Brand Jordan. He's just left. It ain't. We don't got it like that. When I tell you only 7 black billionaires, look at that marginalization, and we feel like we happy because me and Rick Ross got a Maybach, or I got a Sprint outside, or a couple of us, or they put a black president. Man, let me tell you something about George Bush and oil money and Obama and no money. People want to say Obama can't make these moves or he's not executing. That's because he ain't got those connections. Black people don't have the same level of connections as Jewish people. Black people don't have the same connection as oil people. You know, we don't know nobody that got a nice house. You know, we don't know nobody with paper like that we could go to when we down. You know, that could just put us back or put us in a corporation. You know, we ain't in a situation. Can you guarantee that your daughter could get a job at this radio station? But if you own this radio station, you could guarantee that. That's a designer that make a suit jacket. It ain't.
So that's one clip. He's been doing this for a long time, and I like to recognize patterns of behavior. This is what Ye does. Okay, he's a brat.
Except for the people and the way I can affect them. I almost lost my life. I lost my mama. I went from, like, you know, Jay-Z being my idol, still is my idol, to him being across the stage on me. So I know that anything is possible. Mm-hmm. And I know when they hold me down, my BS meter is at an all-time high.
Yeah, but what you accomplish is so much. What's so bad?
They want to hear him talk, man. No. Yeah. They want this man to throw them blows, man. That's what they waiting for. They waiting for Charlamagne to tap these gloves and go at Ye.
I'm not trying to throw blows, but this is what I want to
Let's go.
Like, to me, it seems like you're such a walking contradiction, because you'll denounce the corporations, but then you'll get on stage and say you need Nike and Adidas to back you. That makes no sense to me.
100%.
But how can you denounce the corporations, say F the corporations, and say you feel like a slave, but then ask the companies to back you?
It ain't that I feel like a slave. We are mentally enslaved. We enslaved to brands. We enslaved to, like, a bin symbol. We enslaved to chains. A woman is enslaved except for the people and the way I can affect them. I almost lost my life. I lost my mama. I went from, like, you know, Jay-Z being my idol, still is my idol, to him being across the stage on me. So I
See, Charlamagne calls him out, and that's my biggest problem with Ye or Kanye or whatever version he wants to call himself, a Kanye. It's the contradiction of it all. Okay, he says don't support the big corporation, but who he get in bed with? Balenciaga, Adidas, and look at what they stood for and stand for to this day. And then he's out here on a press tour with a Balenciaga mask. They allowed their 9-year-old daughter to participate in this. Let me tell you something about Kanye. When he wants to get his point across, he'll do it at all costs. He doesn't care who he sacrifices. All he cares about is pushing his agenda. And the way he's delivering it's to me, it's a weak ass way. Because I'm just like, what are you doing for us, really, Ye? Look at Kyrie Irving. He's actually doing something for the community. You know what I mean? And that's the thing, like, action. That's what we need. How do we close this divide within our community? And I'll tell you, I sat on Kwame Brown's panel yesterday. Oh, it was some deep discussion about this. You know, but people, you know, number one, I feel like we need financial literacy within our community. I think they don't understand finances and how much they are entitled to if they do things a certain way. But we have to lead by example, and we have to give back to our community. And in order to close the divide, we got to stop competing with one another. That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem with our culture. So I wanted to just bring this to my Naughty crew, because I know I've been doing commentary on Ye or whatever, and I've just been feeling conflicted about the whole situation. On one hand, I'm just like, oh, you know, his mental health and this and that. But I don't think this is mental health. I think Ye is a narcissist, and he's a brat, and he wants his way at all costs, and he's going to continue on these little crazy rhetoric campaign, going to every podcast as long as they allow him. Anyone who continues to put a platform, he'll go. But I feel like people are exploiting him at this point. And if we don't give him attention, he'll stop. He'll stop eventually. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, Charlemagne called him out. And Charlemagne is not my favorite, okay? Up next, we're gonna get into Savage Fenty. They've been fined. And I thought this was interesting. Shout out to OnSite for dropping this. So Rihanna Savage Fenty is reportedly being fined $1.2 million for defrauding customers. So let's jump into it. So according to Paper Magazine, Rihanna Savage Fenty was reportedly fined $1.2 million for defrauding customers. A lawsuit filed by Santa Clara County and 4 other California local governments alleged that the brand automatically enrolled customers in the extra VIP subscription plan, which costs $49.95 per month. California recently tightened up its automatic renewal law, which Savage X Fenty violated. I think they're just trying to make an example. But I always hated these automatic renewal things. I can't stand it. So several customers claim they reported to the Better Business Bureau, feeling like they were enrolled in a program deceptively, and the process to get their membership canceled was overly complicated. So Santa Clara Deputy District, Attorney Jennifer Ding said in a statement, consumers have a right to know upfront what they are paying for and how often. Businesses have a duty to be transparent about their automatic renewal charges. According to a rep, Savage Fenty has since cooperated with the investigation and has made changes to its website, automatic renewal notice, store credit, and advertising practices. So what do you guys think about this? I think they're just trying to make an example of Rihanna. Let's see what some of the comments say. So Kiki Adams says, it's a scheme. Y'all capping because it's rename on it. Let's see. I Am Remarkable says, nah, they forgot to unsubscribe like we all do. Oh, so Naturally Pink said, reading is fundamental. Literally just skip this month's subscription with the press of a button because they sent me an email about it. So how y'all ain't know is beyond me. Okay, so people coming to Riri's defense. So it's Crystal Monique says, so y'all really don't know how to skip the month. Come on, y'all. Exactly. Let me know what y'all think about Riri getting fined. If anybody wants to come up on the panel and sound off on these topics, please feel free to click the link if you want me to drop the link. But I thought that was interesting, the fact that she got fined. But, you know, Riri's a billionaire. So, I mean, that $1.2 million ain't even hurt her. Okay. So a recap for everyone who joined late. We went over reparations in California. Let me play this clip for y'all.
Black people, this is major news. Share this video, comment, give this video to every black person that you know, because the California Reparations Task Force floats $223,000 per black person who is a descendant of American slavery. Seriously, I reported on this the other day and people doubted me. I told y'all they were talking about dollar amounts. And now we have a dollar amount. So let's get deeper into this story. And so the California Reparations Task Force, who was appointed by Governor Gavin Newsom, projects that black state residents could be eligible for as much as $223,000 per person as part of an effort to redress historical racism. And this will be limited to foundational black Americans, freedmen, or black descendants of American slavery. I told y'all this was coming.
So there you have it. What do you guys think about this? I think we should have a black reparation squad in every state, okay? To fight for all our people. Yes. Looks like they're trying to acknowledge us. I hope this is true. I'm going to check with Large Curves. I think AT2 said something about it. I'm interested to see if other states will follow after. Let me know what y'all think. I'm going to drop this link just in case anybody wants to come up and sound off. And we also talked about the sex positive culture, okay, that's going on. All right. They call it fluid now. And I call it sleeping with everybody. Okay. That's just what it is. Let's call it what it is. Okay. Thank you. Let's call it what it is. All right. These kids are fluid. Everybody sleeping with everybody. All right. And I gave a female's perspective earlier. So I'll replay it for you guys one more time. Okay, I done presented you with the male side and the female side. I think these young people trying to make monogamy extinct with this behavior. And I just think it's a thank you, Faz, no problem. I just think people don't require commitment anymore. Because if you cheat on me, I'm out the door. One and done. I'm not sticking around for the foolery. And this is from experience. One and done. Okay. And if you'll cheat with me, you'll cheat on me. So I just wanted to present this sex positive culture to my naughty crew. And I wanted to hear what you guys thought about it. Because I think it's pretty dangerous. Like nobody's talking about the STDs that can be contracted. Oh, here we go. Hey, Tosh, how are you? Thank you for joining.
Hi.
Hi. Do you want to sound off on any of these topics? You have the floor.
I forget. Remind me. There was like 8,000 of them. I was getting fired up.
I'm a smorgasbord. You know that. So we talked about sex positive culture, how the young people are not requiring commitment and monogamy. They're down for this open relationship. And I just think they're trying to make monogamy extinct, if you ask me. But they're okay with sharing. That was the first topic we got into. We got into the arrest of Takeoff, and then we got into, the state of mental health in America these days. That's just a few of them. Sound off.
Right. I mean, You know, I'm like level 8 conspiracy theorist. So whenever I hear they're trying to like socialize, so there's not like monogamy anymore, I just like hear kind of like breaking up families and like because families like yes, some can be toxic and there are
Hold on, you
that
broke up.
make you feel more fulfilled. They have the potential to be more supportive. I don't know. I just think it's just it's just sad when because at the end of the day, if you I think that people don't really realize and I think they just tell themselves because I know I did. Like I'm when I moved to New York, I was like, you know, here I am, Sex in the City, you know,
Mhm.
high kick here, high kick there.
Mhm.
And I never felt fulfilled in the end. I always kind of felt like it wore on me after a while.
Mhm.
Like I guess I was like lying to myself.
Mhm.
And a lot of times they even say, I saw this in psychology, is that when you think you crave like sex, is what you're really craving is intimacy. Like you want someone to like hold your hand and care about you.
Mhm. Mhm. Intimacy is important. I think that they're losing that aspect of it by spreading themselves so thin between so many people. I mean,
No, and then
ultimately,
I found out about soul ties, and I was like, uh-oh.
but you end up lonely. Let's just keep it real, because the person's never there when you need them to be, right?
No. And at the end of the day, we all like whether we want to admit it or not, or no matter like what trauma or what family units we come from, we all deep down want to feel loved and supported and kind of have a team player in this world, you
And
know?
I just feel like it's this culture of settling going on. It's a trend. You know what I
That's that
mean?
thing too. It's like it's on the opposite end. There's people that do just that. They settle. And so they allow red flags galore. Um, like it's almost like one of those like people in like marching bands that are like swirling around the flag. It's like they might as well just like have red flag like dance routines going on and they're like, sounds great. Who cares? Um,
Exactly.
yeah, and I feel like I'm one of those people that like I don't know if it's to my detriment, but I'm like a little bit too like hyper vigilant about that. So like
Mhm.
I'm like any red flag or any like sign of something that I'm like I easily recognize. I don't even ask questions. I just like
Cut
go
it off.
like yeah, I like run for the hills, you know.
I mean, but I'd rather run for the hills now and not block my blessings, okay?
Bro,
Because when one door closes, another one opens up. And that's just the
I
thing.
mean,
The key is to find someone that wants the same things that you want.
amen. There really is. I don't know. I remember I grew up in Maryland and it was a very small town and like it wasn't diverse and there's only kind of like one standard of beauty. And when you grow up in these kind of small towns, you don't really realize, and I didn't really realize until I moved to New York, that there really is someone for everyone. Like the standard of beauty is so far. Plus, I feel like I don't know. That's a whole. Never mind. I'm not gonna go on that tangent. But you know what I mean.
Yeah,
There's like someone for everyone, and I feel like first things first is you gotta love yourself too,
that's the
and
key right there.
you can't seek out other people to fill that hole, and that's when you get like toxicity.
And you attract a better person when you're fully happy with yourself and solid with yourself. That's what I found in my dating experience. Because my worth, like my worth was an essence. You see what I'm saying? Because I had did the work on myself to get better and to become better at choosing a partner. That was a process, but it started with me taking care of myself first, and I attracted a better partner then ultimately.
Yeah, for sure.
So like you have to put yourself first. And if you're not happy, you can't go out here and try to make somebody else happy. You gotta work on filling up your cup
And
on
you
your
also gotta
own.
like look at it almost like if you're miserable, what if some sweetie comes by? You don't want to make them miserable. Like,
what's the point? What's the
but
point?
I feel like there was something else too. Oh yeah, that the whole violence thing. I'm like, this has got to stop. You're just seeing this over and over again with
Yeah.
the whole like just this theme, this overall theme. Granted, every situation is a little bit different, but you're seeing like a pattern of people just being okay with violence and videotaping it, kind of like having this like voyeuristic kind of attitude toward it, and it's weird and it's not good.
And they're promoting violence. They're cheering it on like, yay, come on. But I think it has to do with the younger culture because they're all social media focused, and I have to have content. Oh, let me pull out my phone rather than help the situation. That just escalates it, if you ask me.
I know. I feel like people are just so desensitized. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's
They
just
really
so
are.
normalized. It's like, no, this person is actually getting hurt. This is like a terrible situation. Like, this isn't helping anyone. And I don't know. I'm just a firm believer in like trying to do the right thing because even if it's just with one person, you never know how that your one action will have a domino effect on that person because then they're going to go home and they're going to maybe like treat their loved ones a little better. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So every small action of good does make a difference.
Exactly. Thank you, Natasha. You have to love yourself for sure. Exactly. That goes in both
Oh, I
situations.
thought you were saying thank you to me. I was like, is there another Natasha?
Yes, there's another Natasha.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey. We welcome all the
Team
Natasha.
Natasha in the house.
Yes, come up and join our panel if you could. We would love to hear your perspective. But yeah, no, I we stop helping each other. We stop, like, it has happened to me. Like, I'm just gonna give you guys a little personal tidbit about myself. Like, I suffered with fibroids about 7 years ago. And it had gotten really bad to the point, and it affected my lifestyle. But I was in a Wendy's, and I was just trying to get home and order food for my kids. So we stopped at the Wendy's, and I had an episode, and I basically like exploded right there on the Wendy's floor, standing in my own. You know how that goes, ladies.
Aww.
All right. And everybody started pulling out their phones
Gosh.
to record it. And they had no regard for the fact that like I was not well. But the manager, she stood up for me and basically was like, turn off your phone, ma'am. Do you need an ambulance? She was so nice and everything. But yeah, like it was embarrassing. That's not something I wanted to share with the world, you know? But people
Yeah.
don't.
And the thing that they're like making fun of you and like clearly something's wrong. So you're just going to laugh at someone that's like literally having a humiliating issue. Like you're going to laugh at them. Like what is
Exactly.
wrong with you?
Exactly. And it's just like you said, I think this culture is just desensitized and they're not interested in helping you. They just want to get footage. They want to get content so they could share it across the world.
Yeah, it's just like so low vibrational. And I bet though that one woman that showed you like just a little bit of kindness, like really made a difference too.
She did. Because I was like, my daughter and her friends were with me. So that was embarrassing in itself, and I do not miss those days. Trust me. Fibroids are no joke to deal with, but her act of kindness, this kind of made me pull it together in that moment, gather myself, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, I don't need anybody to help me clean it. I'll clean up my own stuff. You know what I mean? And she's like, ma'am, I'll get you an ambulance. I say, no, I'm fine. I just need to get home. I live around the corner. But it made all the world a difference because I felt humiliated.
Yeah, for sure.
I felt humiliated. Natasha says, hey, Natasha. Oh, so what do you think of Ye, the old footage that I showed about when he was on The Breakfast Club and Charlamagne called him out for being a contradiction? I feel like he's a walking contradiction.
I think they're all contradictions, to be honest. Because like I said, I saw recently a vid of Charlamagne on Vlad TV, and he was saying the exact same thing. Kanye was first canceled, his most recent canceling, before the most recent, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying the exact same thing. I swear to God. And then I just think I think you're right. Like I felt like some things, I can't really get a good read on him because I feel like he's so back and forth. But I feel like I'm not 100% believing what he's doing. I think that there is an element of like them having handlers, because if you saw that whole thing with his trainer, them going, do you want to, them trying to like pull Britney on him. I really think that was something they were trying to do. But then again, I also don't think he's as innocent either. And I feel like you're right. I feel like he's just as bad as everyone else, but he just doesn't like following their rules. It's not that he's righteous. He just doesn't like following their rules too.
But why get in bed with them in the first place? Like, what point were you proven by that?
Because he was greedy and he wanted success, and you know what I mean? He went along with it.
Exactly. And I think he got into the fashion world for Kim. Because he
got a little cocky once he gained the amount of success, and he's like, wait, I don't have to listen to my handlers or whoever's in charge anymore. And then they were like, well, you're about to find out you do.
Exactly. And he's catching it from every angle, from child support, every angle. And I just feel like these platforms he's going on, they're just trying to exploit him to get sound bits off of him. Clickbait.
Exactly.
We don't really care about his thoughts. So I feel like he's playing himself, going on all those other platforms. Like, he might as well start a YouTube channel at this point and just ramble. That's what he wants.
I'm surprised he hasn't. Yeah, I just think they are completely exploiting him. They don't care. They don't even like him.
They don't. Thank you, AT2. Yeah, like they don't really care. But what is Kanye's end game at this point? And it's just like, shut up already. I think he's in his feelings about a lot, and that's why his thoughts are all over the place. He's in his feelings about his divorce. I mean, why drag your ex-wife? She's your ex-wife. Who cares who she's sleeping with? You knew who you married, right?
Yeah, and the whole thing is like, with like the whole like, I'm not gonna like get into the whole Balenciaga thing, but you were okay with that too, dude.
Yes, and you still are wearing their product.
Yeah. And you were around, like you were complaining that she was putting your daughter on TikTok, but you didn't say anything when she was wearing that mask.
Nothing.
So now I'm side-eyeing you too, and I'm not buying anything you're saying.
I'm just saying.
So there's that.
He's a walking contradiction. And I feel like this, Natasha.
That's suspicious.
He's trying to use the people. He's kind of like one of those people that do like the whole, I call it like an 80-20. He knows there's people that are like, the veil has lifted a little bit. And so he's trying to use them to his advantage by saying just enough truths to get them to like pay attention to him. But really, he's not backing up what he's saying or doing.
Exactly. AT2 just wrapped it up in a nutshell. Kanye is out for himself. That's all he cares about. And you know what makes me frustrated? The fact that I see all of my people walking around with this Balenciaga, Yeezys, all our people walking around with this stuff. And half of them don't.
Why aren't people calling them out? You're okay with this? You're okay with this? And you can't say, oh, it was just this one ad. No, they've been doing. Look at their designers. Look at the people that own them. It's just like, and all the celebrities have been silent. You know what I mean? It's like you really can't.
They're not all silent. A lot of them have a lot of thoughts about what Kanye is saying.
Girl.
Hi, Natashki. What's good, Naughty?
Hey,
Hi, Naughty crew. I'm so glad I got in here. I was in the car. I was like, oh, let me hurry up and get home. We have basketball.
I can picture you at like rushing home.
Yeah, I was like that witch on her broom. My hairpins were still in the air.
What's that movie? Not Pulp. Oh, Kill Bill. When she's like in the car and just like.
Yeah, exactly. I was like that. Oh my goodness. So, okay, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Okay, Curves, we got a array of topics. So I got into the positive culture nowadays, how everyone is so free with polyamorous relationships. We got into the male perspective and we got into the female perspective.
Okay, and what was so what's the female and male perspective versus? Like, is
All
there a
right,
difference?
I'll play it for you guys. Okay, here we
Okay.
go.
Oh wait, I just had an epiphany too today because I was watching something and I was like, wait, I really feel like this is right too. It kind of goes along with this, but continue.
All right, here we go, guys.
You're like, wait, what? Are you playing it?
You two are both my sisters from other misters. You realize that, right?
I know, right?
But again, I'm doing that as a selfish thing, right? If I really love my girl, I'm doing whatever we need to do to make her happy, right?
Okay, so nothing in you, the first time you saw giving him head, nothing in you.
She's never been on her knees, right?
Okay, so she was on the.
She's on her back, right? So, but I mean, but at the same time, it's like even if it's on the knees, to me, it doesn't like stir up a feeling of jealousy, because jealousy in anybody is rooted in fear. And I'm not scared of this dude. I'm not scared of him taking my girl. If she wants to have sex with another dude, like, who am I to tell her that that's something that?
Oh, well,
Okay,
that's
the male's perspective. Now we want to jump
that was actually healthy. I would have thought a guy would have been like, "Oh no, I'm not with that." Da 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 da. You know, but that was actually a progressive type male mind right there. What can he really do, right?
Okay, and that's why I love that you jumped in on this. Here's the female's perspective.
With somebody if he gave you everything you wanted.
I share these men for less because they're gonna go cheat anyway.
They're gonna go cheat anyway.
So if I know for sure that he's going to give me everything I wanted, I will voluntarily share. Because we involuntarily share these men all the time. They cheat. My man probably cheating as we speak. I don't give a damn. I'm working.
Literally.
Oh.
Like, what I'm gonna do? Stop it?
Yeah, we don't stop it. I've been cheated on. You've been cheated on. You've been cheated on. The person who watching this, the person who comment about to get cheated on.
So could you share your?
Okay, Curves, sounds off.
Okay, so I agree with her too.
I love your New York accent. Sounds off.
Yeah, like if you're
good old days.
If
Get
you're
the
totally
coffee,
down,
pull it from the drawer.
right? Okay, so I'm gonna sound off, and and I feel like she's right for her perspective. Like I've been cheated on before, but not by my husband. So not everybody is a cheater. And she kind of sounded self-defeating by saying they all just do it. I like the guy's perspective, whereas he's like, what can I do about it? Not so much that they all do it. You know what I mean? But I also feel like, hey, that's a healthy way to look at it so that you guard your feelings from getting too caught up. If you already know where you stand going into it as a female, then it can save you a lot of drama if you're okay with it. So as long as you're okay with it is what I got from both of those people.
Exactly.
And, yeah, and I'm here for it. Like, you know, before me and husband got actually married, we made out one time with another girl.
Ooh.
And but then they kind of started being too into it. And I was like, okay, bitch, you got to get out.
You better than me, because I don't like sharing.
Arm around her, and it's really just to shove her off.
We totally have been to sex clubs and stuff like that too. So yeah, so like we're pretty like we're trisexual, where we're willing to try it. You know,
I'm willing to try a lot of things, but I don't know.
Yeah, but like it's full on penetration and orgy style. We haven't done with other people.
I'm not
but like we made out and we petted with another girl. You know what I mean? But that was consensual. That we both decided that wasn't something we wanted to entertain anymore in our relationship, and we didn't do it again. But it was great to have it as an experience because it kind of turned us more onto each other. Like, ooh, you a freak, and you a freak too. All right, our freak numbers match.
Exactly. High vibration energy. That's what I say. Look at
Yeah.
AT2. He says it's not cheating if you guys have an agreement.
Is that AT2?
Yes, this is AT2.
Oh, hi AT. I heard about your channel. I'm sorry, babe. Do you have a backup
we
yet?
had a good time earlier. We did like a karaoke live. It was fun.
Oh my God. I love karaoke.
Yeah, watch the playback. We had a great
sure.
time.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but I love AT2 too.
Yes.
But yeah, so both those were healthy perspectives. It didn't sound like anybody got talked out of their panties or drawers and were doing something they didn't agree with.
But can I challenge you guys? Do you think
I almost want to tell you my story, and Curves, I've never even told you this, but like I don't want to get my business too much, but like I'll try to be general.
Yeah.
I like was like one of those involuntary people.
Oh no.
But when I tell you to the most extreme, that it's not even like if I told like a film screenwriter about it, they'd be like, okay, we need to tone this down. This doesn't even sound like
no way.
Yeah. He turned out to be like we met in New York, and then when I moved out of the city right before the panorama, we stayed long distance. We spoke every day. There wasn't a day we didn't speak on the phone, text, everything. We like saw each other like twice a month, or we made a point to at least,
Right.
But even before that, like we saw each other like 4 times a week when I was like living in the city too. So it's weird. I even went to his work's Christmas parties. Like I don't like, it's just weird. Then we finally break up, and what's weird is that when I first met him, he this is how much of a love bomb he was.
Oh man.
I get the birthday blues, right? Where I just like feel vulnerable. And I guess I said that at one point. I don't remember. And he called me on my birthday. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing, staring at a wall." And he's like, "Get your ass to Central Park by the pond right now." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Just get here." He pulled up on one of those rowboats with like my favorite wine, all my favorite snacks. And like it was like straight out of a movie. But but I remember right before that, I got this overwhelming intuitive feeling that he was escaping something. And that's the thing with like a lot of times with my intuition. Sometimes I don't know how to translate what's the feeling I'm getting. Like, what does this mean? I'm getting this feeling, but I don't know what this means or how this could apply to this person. And sometimes it takes me a minute. I'm trying to get better at it. So I kept having that feeling. And finally, I brought it up to him when I was drunk, and I was like, and he was like, "Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere." I'm like, "Okay." But so we broke up, and then a month later, no, it was like 2 weeks later, I start getting these weird texts going, because he had told me he was originally from San Diego. He used to be kind of like a pro skateboarder. He told me he was half Mexican, half American, and he told me like a lot of like definite like truths about his life, like why would and then he used to be married, and he had adopted his ex-wife's kid. So that's what I knew. And he had said that they were still living in California. And then I get a random text going, "Did you used to date blah blah blah?" And I'm just going, I'm thinking maybe it's his crazy ex-wife, I don't know.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like ignoring it, and then I get more, and then finally I'm like, and then they go, "Is your name Natasha?" And I'm like,
no.
I'm like, I'm not answering any questions. You're the strange person texting me out of nowhere. You think I'm going to volunteer you information? I'm going to have you answer a few follow-ups if we're going to even entertain this. And so I Googled a number, and I found out it was like one of those texting apps. So I'm already going, all right, what the hell? And then I'm like, I want to know who you are, why you're using a texting app before I answer anything. And they're like, I'm I used to date so and so. And I'm like, well, prove it. And then he's still married, and he has been dating like at least 10 other women seriously as well. And I'm going, prove it. So he sends me a picture. She sends me a few pictures of her and him, recent ones. And then she also sends me a picture of the one of the wedding anniversaries of his wife. And I'm going, and it's so creepy. He looks like a different person. Like he has a different like face. It's so creepy. And then we all talk and we exchange numbers. And I'm like, how'd you guys get mine? We all FaceTime, the wife and the ex-girlfriend and me.
That's excellent. I love it.
I go, how'd you guys get my number? And they're like, the ex-girlfriend was the one was like contacted the wife, and the wife, and she was like, bitch, if you're paying for a cell phone, let's get the records. Hello. And she's like, what are you doing? So they got the records. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. And she was like, get the records. So they looked at the records and they said my number, along with like 8 other numbers, he was calling and texting every single day.
Whoa.
Meanwhile, he was meeting this. I've only talked to one of the girlfriends. They tried to contact others, and a lot of them didn't believe him or didn't believe her. And also, he was all into all this crazy like BDSM and like a lot of other like kind of stuff that I would never be a part of.
Right.
And I had to go get checked, and I was very scared, and I was horrified, and it was just a very traumatizing, because I was basically living a lie. And when I saw my psychiatrist, I realized that this person, because narcissists are a piece of cake to me. I've been around narcissists my whole life, you know, but this person was something else. They were a sociopath. And it's weird when you're around these people, because they have the ability to do something called mirroring. Because I was like, how did I not able, because I pick up on energy like that. I felt a warm, like loving energy.
Yeah.
And then I realized he was mirroring my energy. So I was just like vibing with my own damn energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, what the hell?
Natasha, that's so scary.
Yes. So this person, and I even went, and my friend was like, just out of curiosity, she was like, let's do a background check, one of those like $30 ones. And what's scary is that we realize that there's no way to, like, on a national level, figure out if someone's married, because his wife came up, but it's not listed as his wife. It's listed as a relative. So if you get married in different states, you have no, like, you can't, like, you know.
Right.
So how do you know? And I'm like, and what's weird is that I think he really was escaping. I think like I was his like normal pretend life.
Right.
And he had like this dark twistedness about him. But with me, and when I say he fooled everyone, he fooled every single one of my friends.
Sounds like he was a dirty John.
All my family. He was straight up a dirty John.
Dirty John.
No, he was. I can't. That's why I can't watch those things. I can't watch the Tindler Swindler. I can't watch those because it's like it's very triggering.
I could imagine.
Because it's like straight up like that, and that's the thing. It's like I can appreciate. I'm definitely like more like traditional when it comes to relationships, but I could appreciate more honesty. But the fact that like I had no idea, and I was like living a lie, and he lied to every single person that I knew. Like no one had a clue. No one.
Well, I think it's a matter of he took your choice away. You know what I mean? That's what
I mean too. That's why I felt very violated.
Exactly. He took your choice away. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like a lot of the younger...
And they also make you not take away your trust in yourself.
Yeah. Narcissists have... bottom line, narcissists drain you of everything. Bottom line.
And I'm not kidding. I like gained weight, and I feel like he made me get uglier too. And then as soon as he left, I like lost weight again. I felt like I was getting more into myself. I'm still like going through it, obviously, because I feel like I'd rather join the convent at this point than freaking like, you know, trust any dude. And unfortunately, I'm strictly D, so that's my only choice.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
But like,
but that's what I kind of like. I feel like young women today, they don't value themselves, and they'll settle for anything just to be with a man that is shared with everyone. And I think a lot of them, where they make the mistake is they think their pee is so good that they think they're going to stop that man from sleeping around. But let me tell you something. If men want you, they choose you.
That's such a fact. But there is a thing as being demonetized. My coworker one time told me, she's like, Natasha, a good D will imprison you.
But you have to know good D is replaceable. Like if it ain't treating you right, and it
Because
doesn't.
that happened to me too. Like I've dealt with a-holes, right? Like I remember I dated this guy that was straight off the boat from Ireland. And we just had, like, far as physical chemistry, like nothing I've ever felt. And he was such like an immature a-hole. And he wasn't even that cute too. But he was
his
the
game
most
was
charming,
right.
and we had the most chemistry. Like it was weird. Even he was like, yeah, it's weird. We both was like, what's going on? And I felt like, honestly, that I was like hypnotized. Even my friends were like, Natasha, we would talk to you about it and you wouldn't even like deny it. And it's like something was like glazed over your eyes. I was like, I know.
On
Like,
the opposite end, it's a such thing as being pee whipped, okay?
it was like Sleeping Beauty, like when she's like in a daze just walking to the castle to prick her finger. Like she's just like, I get like that late night call. I'm like, coming. Like, get me in a cab now. Bye. Like, what am I doing?
But you know, if our young women don't start learning their worth and upholding their value, you end up like the Hazel E's of the world. Curves, I got into it. This girl is out loud saying that she paid for her wedding ring, okay? She knew he was a whole bum. She knew he was a whole bum before she married him. But she was that thirsty. Oh, she lost connection.
But yeah, but then like she's unhappy now. So now she's going to air him out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I think is messed up of it all with Hazel E. Because I seen it on Marriage Boot Camp when they were on there. And she was up there acting like she's some type of star. And I'm that boss B. And you trying to be with me for clout. She even went as far as giving him a lie detector test. Okay. But all the red flags was there. His violence, his manipulative ways. It was all right there in her face. And now you're going on a smear campaign. And
that's the thing. It's like red flags. They're kind of like, you think that you're gonna like, okay, I'm gonna let him go. But no, like red flags are red flags for a reason. They're sheer signs. Like you don't need to, if they show any sign of violence, any sign of manipulation, any sign, like we can all be selfish on some levels depending on, but like, you know what I mean? There's like clear signs that like, girl, it's only gonna get worse from here.
Exactly. And that's exactly what it is. It blew up in her face. And I think she's number one, she's thirsty for attention and she's got to get popping somehow. Okay. Because her money probably dried up. She ain't been on Love and Hip Hop in I don't know how many seasons. But I really feel like Hazel's head got really big. All right. And she started going around dating all these young men that aren't established. So you become a whole sugar mama taking care of a dude. Okay. And not require him to be a man and provide for you at all. And so you're mad that he did you dirty? You didn't require him to be faithful. You didn't require him to be loyal to you.
Right.
I don't know,
That's
Kurt. What do
true.
you think
Like
about
you
this?
only allow like what you allow, and they'll see what you allow.
Mm-hmm.
And if you put up with it, they're like, okay, this is fine then.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You need to know that your like self-worth is always way more important.
If I gotta take care of man, we ain't in the relationship. We ain't doing that. Mm. I'm old school. I feel like men should be providers.
I do too. Gonna lie.
Exactly.
And it's
Granted,
gonna
things are
sound really
imbalanced.
weird, but like mostly for men, because men should be providers, there is nothing less manly than like a lazy man.
Yes, I can't stand it.
It's just like not a manly quality.
And we're a
Because it's
team.
like
And don't get me wrong,
biologically it's
there's
over
times in
men are
relationships where
designed
things
to take
are
care of the family,
unbalanced.
you know, like go out, go provide. And not necessarily, it doesn't have to be like they have to be like super wealthy, but if they have a blue collar worker and they work their butt off and they don't, and you know what I mean, like then that's valuable. It's just like when they're like lazy and like they don't have that drive, it's weird, it's unmanly.
Yeah, and I think women need to stop raising grown men and accept. You got to meet people where they are. You know, you got to. You can't raise no grown men.
Right?
They set in their ways already.
You know
Yeah,
what's
and then because
crazy?
they argue a lot too about it.
When this was like God like going Natasha, because it was after that Irish dude. For some reason, I was messed up from that. I don't know why I couldn't get over him because I feel like he had a spell on me or something. It's crazy. And one day I was going into my closet and I was like, wait, I haven't cleaned out this top shelf in a while. And I kid you not, this book that I found in like the first apartment I ever lived in when I first moved to New York, like I went into the basement of my apartment. It was like a co-op building I was subletting, and people would put books there, and I was like, oh, this is cute. I swear to God, it flew off the shelf and literally hit me over the head. And I'm like, what the? And I look at the book and it's like the title of the book was How to Fall Out of Love. And I'm going, so I'm not even done yet. So I open the book. The first line I see is, you can't fall in love with potential. You have to be aware of reality. And I was like,
because a lot of people fall in love with the dream instead
it
of
was like the angels were opening up going, like, yeah, that's the thing. It's like a lot of people going, oh my God, he is a good person. He could potentially be this guy. He's not. If he wanted to, he would. Maybe he will someday. But he's not doing that for you now. And you think that it's fair for you to wait for that? Absolutely not. Meanwhile, a guy who is ready to do the things that you deserve could be outside, but you're not even paying attention, or your energy is diverted to this person. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
because you block your blessings when you deal with potentials. We don't want potential.
Potential is not reality.
It's not reality. It's not
You
reality.
gotta look like what I've realized over the years is like you gotta look at, with the exception of like my ex sociopath, because that's just a whole other, like, that person isn't even human. Even my psychiatrist was like, yeah, he's not human. But normally it's their actions. You got to look at their actions. You can't look at the potential.
And you
us
have to
women who
learn
do
from your
naturally do
mistakes.
that, because it's based on our nurturing side that we naturally usually have. I think it kind of falls into that kind of window.
Well, narcissists are attracted to nurturers.
Yeah, for sure.
They're attracted to nurturers.
They're attracted to empaths because empaths are the exact opposite of them.
Yeah, exactly. But I just think women need to learn how to value themselves more and stop settling. You know what I mean? You do not have to settle. I had to develop a standard. Like, what qualifies a person to be in a relationship with me? Seriously, I really sat down, like, and made a list of what I require. You know what I mean? And it helped me pick better mates. And don't get me wrong, people. We've all had our bad relationships out there. But the key is you have to learn from the mistakes you made when you
and also pay attention to gut feelings too.
Yeah, guts are very important.
Because, based on my ex's actions, unfortunately, that wasn't going to be good. I should have paid more attention, even though there weren't like standout ones. If I really paid attention to that gut feeling, this man's escaping something. This man's like, there's something there. I should have, because at the time I was like, I'm done with narcissists. I'm done with F boys. That I'm done with these games. They're going to text me every day. They're going to act like they're going to take initiative. Like, I'm not, like, they need to put in the work. And he did that. So like that's what messed with my mind too, because I was like, now what's the rules? Because I just thought those would have helped me, but now those don't even work. So I feel like it's kind of like both. It's kind of like your own discernment, your own gut, as well as having boundaries and knowing what you want and don't want.
Exactly. I think we should do like a panel on that and just talk about how do you set boundaries? How do you require a man to treat you with respect and honor? I think that would be a good panel and good talking points. I could set that up. And we could get into that one of these days. I don't know, Kurz, what do you think about that?
I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
I'm
You
down.
know what?
I
Maybe
mean, I'm
we
up.
need. Yeah, go ahead, Curb. Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying I'm up. I'm trying to be you know me and my words. Instead of saying I'm down as in an affirmative, I'm saying I'm up
I'm up.
as an
I'm up.
as an affirmative.
Yes, yes. I
Yeah,
love it. I
birds and
love it.
bells. You got to pay attention.
Exactly. I would love to do a panel because you know what? Maybe I know I didn't know how to. I had to, go through therapy and stuff like that to figure it out. Like, let's make it easier for our young queens coming up behind us so they can stop settling for this pimping culture out here, okay?
Right.
I know,
Like just the little
people.
bewares.
Exactly. So I will set up a whole panel so we could do that. Maybe we'll do it next weekend or whatever on a Saturday where everyone can join in. Let's create a roadmap for our young queens so they understand the red flags to look for
Yeah.
right away.
We could
I
call
feel
it
like
red
people usually
flags.
fall into two categories nowadays based on like the trash that's out there. They're either codependent, which means they're just like settling or whatever, or they're like the sheer opposite. Like they just like don't even if a good guy comes in, they're never gonna recognize it and they're gonna like, because they're so closed off too. So I feel like it's like two extremes happening right now.
It's true. It's true. So
Yeah.
Curves.
Yeah.
I wanted because I earlier I did a post. I shared a post about reparations out in California. I want to know what's going on with that. Like you're out there,
Governor
in my
Newsom
Cali
is a doll, man. He's a doll. He was a great mayor of San Francisco. I hope he runs for president sometime soon. I would vote for him. He's awesome. Yeah. And so anyway, they have this this group that got together and they did a reparations study, and they said that like trillions of dollars at least are owed, like 5 trillion or something, but this money is earmarked specifically for the wrongs around real estate because of all of those redlining laws. And I posted a video about it a couple weeks ago where it was a Congress act, an act of Congress made it illegal when the suburbs were created specifically in New Jersey.
That's my state.
Specifically in New Jersey, they made it illegal to sell to blacks in these new suburban areas away from the city and the riffraff. And
oh yeah, didn't they call it something? They called it the fleet, the white.
Well, white flight is when everybody left. Yeah, that's when everybody left the cities and ran to the suburbs and everything.
Because they wanted to like keep it like just white. So they are like, fine, we're leaving the city and we don't want you following us.
Exactly. Like, haha, fooled you. But the whole time a lot of these cities also, did you notice how the projects was always used to the water? And then the cities had a contract that expired with the subsidy program. And so they were able to kick out all the poor people and make it into the newest gentrification townhouse area with all the breweries outside. Did you notice that?
It's rampant.
That's
in New
because
Jersey
it was
now.
written into
I
it
watched
that
Brooklyn.
they only had to do it for so long. And so they were able to opt out even of those quote unquote affordable housing type situations. So here in California, they're saying it's like $239,000 each. I don't know how they trying to get it to me, but hey, I'm here.
I'm here.
My family's been here.
Relocate for that, girl.
So I'm like, I don't know how y'all gonna get it to me, but here I am.
I'm gonna follow
You're
it.
like, I'll be at the mailbox.
Yeah,
Season.
yeah. I will be at the mailbox. Exactly.
Exactly. And I know my family has our roots go back to slavery. My family still lives in North Carolina on the original tobacco farm.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's
Exactly.
amazing. We just did my dad's DNA, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't scroll all the way down." And I was very surprised that it didn't have what we thought it had.
Mm-hmm.
But what it had was it goes back to the mitochondrial DNA.
Mm-hmm.
So to the DNA from like 275,000 years ago, 300,000 years ago for his paternal side. And they were able to say, oh, based on this gene, it looks like the migration of the Bantu tribe you may have been a part of did this.
Oh, did you do the because I heard that they had a new one that was geared more toward African Americans, specifically,
Uh-huh.
because the problem with Africa is that um it was the culturally most African people back then were migratory based on like um weather and like ways to like grow, so it's
Right.
not like it was like one nation, they would like move around. So it's like, yeah, if they could track it back to tribes, it can give you that same identity, rather than just like
Right.
national.
Right.
Exactly. So I thought that was a really good topic to bring to the Naughty Crew, so that we can have an open discussion about it. Actually, I want to actually do one of those ancestry DNA tests myself. Maybe
You
I'll
know
do
what? Okay, so my mom did Ancestry.
it.
This
Mm-hmm.
is not an advertisement. This is just what we found out. So she did Ancestry, and we got 23andMe from my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't know they were different, I don't think at the time, but they ended up being different.
Mm-hmm.
So with the 23andMe, it was done faster, and the report comes, and you can get this app, and it has like pages and pages of, in the app of different information down to, oh, based on your genetic factors, you probably have a hair shaft that's this thick. Based on your
Wow.
genetic factors, your skin is probably medium brown. Based on your genetic factors, you have a elite athlete physique. Based on the genetic factors, your earlobes are detached. Based on the genetic factors,
That's crazy.
you squint, you sneeze when you see the sun. Based on the
Wow.
genetic factors, it's just like so many different things that I'm like,
Wow.
really?
Exactly. Well,
And then,
I think I want to do it.
yeah. So then me and my husband just sent it off. We'll see what they say. I don't know
think
if
I'm gonna
I
do
don't know
it and
how
I'm
they
gonna
can
share it.
detect alien.
The only thing is
We'll
like
see
I
how
watched a
wide their alien
documentary.
database is.
I watched a documentary though about two identical twins that sent out 5 things and they both got like all different ones. So I feel
Yeah,
like it's
that's
more of it's definitely an estimate. People just have to keep in mind. It's definitely like a good thing to look into or give you like, especially like with like genetics and stuff.
yeah.
Like what you said, like illnesses. Like don't like say go for that and then be like, oh, it says I'm going to get a leg tumor. I better cut off my leg. Like I mean, obviously,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. Nothing like that. But
yeah,
I was
like
just surprised that it had so many different
like
things it could
specific.
tell from spit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
so then also, but for the Ancestry one, it took a little longer. It doesn't really have an app. You go to their website, and the navigation is completely less user friendly comparatively. Like the way the 23 swiped and jiggled, the way it jiggled and fold. I like to see it wiggle,
I
wiggle.
knew it.
Yeah. So
As soon as you said that, I heard his little voice go, "My money don't jiggle, jiggle," and then
yeah,
you just continued.
exactly.
Like I heard his
So
voice in my head.
that is so funny.
Exactly. So guys, I because I got to get ready for Curve's panel, so I got to go get my wine and everything and stuff like that. So I appreciate both of you.
Who's having a panel
Curves, aren't you having a panel?
right now? Are we doing it right now?
Oh no, it's what? It's 7 o'clock your time, right? No, it's
Yeah. Wait. So today I didn't have anything scheduled. My thing is for 12/15.
That was December 15th.
Yes.
It was. I missed it.
Yes. No, it hasn't happened
No,
yet.
it's 10 days from now, or 11 days.
Yeah, I was just hurrying up and getting
It's
it
in the
out there
future.
because me and Miss Vanessa played virtual tag for like 2 months to get that interview. So as soon as she was like, "Oh, this one, or it won't be till 2023," I was like, "Send."
Right?
Exactly. Oh, okay. Today's the third. So
Whereas
is it?
we don't know what's going
Oh,
to happen
my bad.
23.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I was thinking it was today. I don't know why.
No, so I didn't have anything scheduled for today for that, but
all right, then we got more time. Because I was
I
about to
gotta go soon though because I put off going to the gym.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, Natasha, and your thoughts. I appreciate you being so open, and I'm definitely going to set up that panel so we can have a conversation.
Yes.
One.
Yes.
A woman's worth,
All right,
value.
so I'm gonna go. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you so
okay,
much.
Natasha.
Bye.
See you later.
All right, Curves. So this was a good live. I really had so much fun. What are your plans for the rest of the day? I'm gonna be panel hopping.
As we speak, I am. Oh, allow. Okay. So as we speak, I'm hanging Christmas lights.
I love your Hello Kitty sweater.
Yes, I'm a kitty girl. I'm a kitty girl. And see, can you see my tree? I'm starting on my tree.
I don't know. I think I'll do that with my daughter tomorrow.
Yeah, so I was
Be like
pulling
a
everything
family
in,
day.
and I had these lights, and I was like, why waste them outside?
I'm
gonna put
know.
these inside.
Get some
So
Christmas
yeah.
lights. I love it. And I loved your reel earlier. You killed it. I was like, go Cass, go Cass, go Cass.
I used to fancy myself a dancer. And
Okay,
so
you were breaking it down.
yeah, I'm crazy. I used to love my TikTok until anyway.
I love TikTok still to this day. I love TikTok.
Yeah, no, I deleted it. They were messing with me. I was posting a lot of like woke stuff. And they were like, "Oh, we need you to shake your ass more." And I was like, "I'm not going to be censored."
Exactly. No censored over here.
I shake my ass when I want to, not when you tell me to. No way.
Look in the Tosh. I'll be in the chat, still struggling on the treadmill. I hear you, sister.
I heard that.
Burn, nigga, burn.
Yeah, I need to go burn. Yes, I need to go up and down the stairs. We went to the basketball games today. Son had his 7th game and 7th win, and his dad is the coach, so it's awesome. And then we went to the clinics for the next league that he was already enrolled to, and we actually enrolled in that one right before the demic, and then the demic happened. So this is the first time we were all getting together, since then. So we picked up where we left off.
That's right. I love it. Natasha Sky says, Curves, I'm obsessed with your dance today. I am too. I'm like, Curves gonna make me learn that routine and do a duet with her.
Hey, yeah. It's in my head all the time. Oh my gosh. Oh, you know what? So me and husband used to love going dancing on Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon, Friday night, whenever. We used to love dancing. Oh my gosh, that was our thing.
That's my favorite pastime, dancing. I love to dance, Curves. Okay, sometimes I just gotta go out and just dance the night away. Like,
right. Well, I haven't been out since the demic.
I know. Like last night, I went out to the little local bar I go to, and we had blast.
Oh my gosh! So do you wear your, inside there, or do you guys? Is everybody like mask free out there? Because like today at clinics, I have my mask on, but at our basketball game with like our team, I didn't. And
Yeah.
so I don't know. I
That
just
spot
couldn't
is
just.
really spacey, and they have like separate booths you can sit in
Uh-huh.
away from people. So I just kind of stay away from the crowd, and then they have an
Yeah.
outdoor area too.
Ooh, I love when they have outdoor areas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh. Ah, the
So
good
I
old
was just like,
days.
okay, this works for me, but I just needed some air curves. I'll be sticking my own walls.
Uh-huh.
Because
For
you know
real,
when you
for
go
real.
from home, you're always home.
Right.
Or whatever. So I was just like, I'm going to let my hair down with my girls tonight. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, you would have enjoyed. I think AT2 is gonna try to do the karaoke a little more regularly. We have
Yeah.
black. We have
So
black.
how do you guys do that? You just go to what happened? So how do you guys do that? You just go to the
So he had it on a separate computer, the karaoke setup.
uh-huh.
So like in the beginning, he picked all the songs, and then he opened it up for us to pick the song, right? And then
Yeah.
like whether you know the words or not, we were all like singing along, making up our own words, dancing.
That sounds so fun. I love
I'm telling
karaoke
you,
night.
curves. I'm telling you, you'll be good
And
at
so
it.
he made the words be able to pop on the screen and everything.
Oh no, he didn't do that. But I'm
Oh.
wondering if there's a way you could do that, like through YouTube, right?
Well, I don't know. Was he able to play the music and you guys could sing with it and it's okay?
It was really low in the background. He made it low, but we
Oh, okay.
created. But
Okay.
like once we got into a lot of songs, like the
Yeah.
Luther Vandross, okay.
Yeah.
we set the whole melody up. We didn't need the music, man.
That's
We
right.
didn't need the music,
And
okay.
you were singing, huh? Okay.
Natasha says y'all should do Lil Kim Ladies Night. I even know Left Eye's verse. Okay. Yes. We'll set it up. I love to do stuff like that. Because I throw girls' nights for my friends all the time.
Yes, it's ladies' night and the
And it's
feeling's right.
right.
Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night.
Oh, what a night.
Yeah.
So we could totally set that up and have fun and make it a whole girls' night. We'll invite Diva. And
For real. That'll be excellent.
Exactly.
Are you locked? Are you locked?
No, these are faux, but I plan on locking.
Oh, okay. I was
going
to ask you, what do you use? Because they're always so shiny.
Oh, I use Hawaiian Silky.
Oh.
Hawaiian Silky. Hold on, I have it right here. I'll show you.
Yeah, show me. Because like mine, I've been using like different light oils. I just need like a light oil.
Hawaiian Silky, and I use like peppermint oil on my scalp.
Yeah.
I feed it. But my man just locked. I just did his, so I'm next.
Right on.
I'm committing to it.
Your hair's gonna love it. As soon as I locked, my hair like took off. The years before, it would never grow, and then I locked and left it alone and let it do what it wanted to do, and it was like.
I can't wait because I do my own hair. I do this whole process myself.
No way, you faux it yourself? I was gonna try to get faux over mine just because I like the style, and I know it can be done. But then I was like, oh my god, that'll be heavy. Mine are like feather light.
Yeah. No, they have a way where you can add to it now, so that's why I'm really down with doing it, because like if you want to change the color, you could just put it in or whatever. But I love it.
Well, yeah, definitely. I don't know. So there's a girl out here that could do it. Maybe I'll go for it for my birthday. Maybe I'll do it for my birthday. But that Hawaiian Silky. That Hawaiian Silky. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, no, I love it. But I'm next. I did his. He's 3 weeks in, so that's like one of our couple goals thing where we want to lock together or whatever, and we'll document our journey.
That's beautiful. that's a beautiful journey to start together. You should do that.
I love it. I love it. So I'm next. I'm up next. I'm gonna go get because my hair is long because it sits in these locks. I don't do anything to it, but I just nourish it and I
Yeah.
clean it with my scalp and stuff like that. And when I take them out, it's just like you have all this hair for what?
Beautiful. I was using this chibi oil, but I just stopped yesterday because ran out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it gone? You know how like you keep the bottle just because you hope like it'll grow another little.
You trying to stretch it out? Hey,
I'm like, no.
People said I'm still listening. Love you guys. We love you too.
But yeah, this was this chibi hair oil.
Mm-hmm. I hear that stuff is good too.
Yeah. So it's been doing things. But it's like kind of like, see this residue that's in there?
Uh-huh.
Because chibi is that stuff that's usually a paste that they put on their hair. So, and this was the finest I found it. So, but I'm sure there are some with less sediment. Anyway.
Can you add your own oils to that and preserve that?
Yeah. It was just 2 fluid ounces. You know who has something I wanted to try was Canvas Girl Beauty.
Never heard of her. Oh, I lost Curves. She's coming back.
The Stormy from Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Uh-huh.
Her hair serum.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I wanted to try that. She has this Black Friday sale going on right now. And I was like, that's worth what she's asking for right now.
Exactly.
I was going to try that, but I got to shipping and stopped.
Oh, Natasha guy says Alma oil is the bomb too.
Alma, yeah.
Amla. I think it's Alma though.
I like Alma, Aragon. Yeah.
I love peppermint oil because my scalp gets like dry in the winter or whatever. But that peppermint and the tingle.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah. I like peppermint better than eucalyptus for a long time. You know? Yeah. I mean, love lavender oil in my locks. I love that.
I like lavender oil too.
Yeah.
We need to come up with our own oil, Curse.
Yeah.
It sounds like a business right here.
Right? And we could have a lock serum.
Exactly.
Like for locks. Because I don't know. I'm sure that they all work, but like if we could do like a chibi blend something, that would be good too.
Exactly. Natasha Tree, she said, Natasha guy.
Tea tree. I love tea tree.
Tingle.
For my skin too, I love tea tree.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it give you a glow? And she says rosemary is the bomb too. So we
rosemary. I love rosemary oil.
That could be another panel, guys. I know Diva, she had a panel, a hair care panel. I think like a lot of people just don't know how to take care of their hair,
Yeah. Where'd it go? But I just got to the end of, have you ever heard of Loxanity?
No.
Yeah, so I found that on like Etsy, I think. Loxanity. And it was like lots of roses. It's a whole system for locks. And it's rose and peppermint based. And it like has a daily moisturizer, a shampoo, a conditioner. And it lasted me a good 6 months. Yeah, it lasted me a good 6 months.
Price-wise, is it reasonable?
Yeah, it was like $60 tops.
Exactly.
But it had it had 6 items, so basically $10 a pop. But that was pre-panty. Post panty prices are outrageous. Those prices are outrageous.
For a local restaurant today, and it was an old menu because at our bodegas, like we live off our poppy sandwiches, right?
Yeah,
a turkey and cheese, and it was $5. You used to get a sandwich, a bag of chips, and a drink, right?
Yeah.
Now the sandwich is like $8.
It's by itself, the sandwich. And you looking at the bread like, is it thicker?
Do I get more meat?
Is the lettuce dusted with fairy dust?
Yeah, the prices are out of control. Like
these post panty prices are crazy.
No, I avoid food shopping because I'm scared of the bill. Okay.
But there's like a total law that makes it illegal to price gouge during an emergency.
Why aren't we applying it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, they're basically allowing these places to price gouge us because we're still basically, well, you know, when it started edging up,
Mm-hmm.
it was like still the emergency. But now where it's not even leveling off. Every time I go somewhere, I'm like, another 50 cents? Really? You know what I mean?
I just, like now, I really spend like hours going through different supermarket circulars, like trying to find out where the better sales are, where the better prices. I don't go to one place anymore.
Yeah, I hit different places. I do Trader Joe's, I do Winco, I do Costco, and then I do grocery outlet.
I do. I got Costco's. We got Trader Joe's. I love Trader Joe's, but they giving
Love
prices
Trader
right now.
Joe's. Do you love those XL long bios at Trader Joe's, the soup dumplings in the section by Chinese food?
No, I never had them.
Oh my gosh. Well, they have a chicken one and they have a pork one, and
Oh
they're
wait,
both
wait, wait! Is that like the
delicious.
dumplings? That well, you could put them in a pan, fry them. Those dumplings, right?
Oh, not the pot stickers and not the gyoza. But they are like soup dumplings and they come 6 in a tray and you pop them in the microwave and they self-steam and they have soup inside. When you bite into the dumpling, it's like so good. Oh my God.
I love Trader
XL long
Joe's. I
bios.
love their Samoas. Those are our favorite.
Oh my gosh.
Indian, the
Yeah.
Indian pastries. I love
Mhm.
their they have an Indian veggie burger that is delicious.
The Indian veggie burger. Do tell. Do tell.
Delicious.
So
Corn.
is it by the Pan Paneer?
Hmm?
Is the Indian veggie burger near the Pan Paneer?
It's right next to the frozen burgers.
Oh, by the burgers. Okay,
By the
okay.
frozen burgers. You know, the
Okay.
freezer section. Love those with some red onion. And I love their jalapeno hummus
Yeah.
on top of that veggie burger. Oh my God. Party in your mouth. All right.
Party in the mouth happening over
Exactly.
here. I miss my old Dominican dad thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the
Cilantro.
cilantro
Oh.
green. It's cilantro jalapeno hummus. Love. Favorite.
Yes. Yes.
I love Trader
Yes.
Joe's. I'll probably go there tomorrow now that I'm talking about it.
I know, right? Yeah, we're going tomorrow. It's raining really good out here right now. I don't think
Yeah.
I'll go right now.
It's raining on the East Coast too. It's been on and off all day.
Really? On both coasts. Usually it's like one or the other.
Nope,
But
on both coasts.
I guess we're both today.
I know, and it's 52 degrees today, so we're lucky it's not cold right now.
Yeah, right? Like I don't even know. How cold is it here? I can't even check right now.
Everybody in my comments, let me know what your favorite treat from Trader Joe's is. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah, let's take a poll.
Let's take a
Okay,
poll.
so I love their just plain vanilla ice cream. It reminds me of homemade ice cream.
Ice cream.
I love their coconut creamer for coffee. That's really good. I love their XL long bio. Obviously, the kids love their freaking orange chicken packs, which have been penny price free. They've stayed the same price. And that's the other thing about Trader Joe's. Like they haven't price gouged us at all. They have stayed the same. Like there might be a quarter increase, on some items. But like how the orange chicken is still $4.99 out here anyway.
My daughter loves that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I'm my daughter's 17, my youngest. I'm not cooking every day.
Right, right.
I'm past that stage.
Right.
It look, some nights is every man for themselves in my
house. You're like, there's food in there.
Exactly. That's how
Figure
my
it
mom
out.
used to
Figure it
be.
out. Mom's got a life to do.
Look, my mom used to cook big once a week on Sundays.
Uh-huh.
And when that ran out, you better hit the peanut butter and jelly. Don't ask
That is hilarious, really.
She
You said when it ran out, what happened?
She'd be like, peanut butter and jelly.
I wish my kids were allergic to peanuts.
Aw.
They're like,
Natasha,
Mom,
your favorite
can we
snack?
just have? And they've never even just had a jelly sandwich.
Really? Sesame honey almonds, they are $8. And they said, she said, and they are crack. So sesame honey almonds. I like
Sesame honey
the
almonds.
I
Oh,
like
that
the
sounds good.
spicy. One of my favorite snacks is the spicy mangoes. They're in the dried fruit aisle.
Oh. Oh.
Fed said he enjoys cooking. I enjoy cooking. I just don't cook as often. Like, cause I slammed it down for Thanksgiving. Okay, my man was my sous chef, and I slammed them turkey. Those turkey wings was slapping. Natasha says organic cashew, the pepper cheese puffs. Yeah, I like they cheese puffs, the white cheddar ones. I like those too from them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love Trader Joe's. You get all sorts of snacks and goodies. Like I love this. They have like a almond ginger crunch cereal or something like that. That's delicious. And I'm a sucker for ginger. That's my favorite spice.
Oh,
You
I love
guys,
ginger.
I love ginger anything. Okay,
Uh-huh.
anything with ginger, I'm going for it. That's my favorite part of sushi is the pickled ginger.
Right? Just give me a jar of that
Just
and
give me
some
a jar.
wasabi. I'm good.
I'm good. I love
Can I get that
ginger.
curbside? Can I get that curbside?
Yes. Oh, Natasha made all the Thanksgiving sides this year. Yeah, so I did.
Oh. Tell us, Naughty. I know you threw down.
Oh, you know I did. I made mac and cheese. Okay, came out nice and creamy.
Yeah.
I,
Okay, so for your mac and cheese, do you roux it first or do
yeah.
you? Okay. So continue.
I make my roux, stick of butter, flour.
Yeah.
And all
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
And then I made some people call it dressing. We call it stuffing out of, my cornbread, the sausage, crumbled up in there.
Yeah.
Celery, onions, and peppers, and some chicken broth. Slapping and a little bit of raisins. People don't like raisins, but I like raisins in mine.
Yeah. I don't mind a raisin or a currant in some things. Don't do it in my potato salad. But
no.
Yeah, but like in something like a stuffing or a dressing, yeah, I can see that happening. Continue.
I did my collard greens with turkey necks. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I got some frozen in there. I might make some tomorrow.
Right.
I'm missing it. And then I did my sweet potatoes. I do like a sweet potato type of casserole with the marshmallows.
Yeah.
And I put ginger on my sweet potatoes.
Oh, I bet that is the bomb. I bet that sets it off. Oh, I bet that's good. I'm gonna. Ooh,
A quick way I do that, curves is if you don't feel like doing the layering and in the pan of the sweet potatoes, you could just either bake the sweet potato or put it in the microwave. When it comes out, put everything on it: the butter, the ginger, the cinnamon,
Yeah.
and top it with the marshmallows. It's the same thing. It's just a quicker version.
Right. Exactly. How long does it take to cook in a microwave? I never tried a sweet potato.
Depends on how big it is. The bigger it is, the longer you need the microwave.
Because you know how a potato isn't that long. Is it much longer than a potato?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
They're sweet potatoes.
Yeah. Yeah. On high?
Yeah. On high. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Look, I'm like.
I usually do it. You know how big it is? I'll do it for like 15 minutes to gauge it. Do the little stick test.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, maybe I'll try to do that because they love the sweet potato life. My kids are all about that sweet potato life.
That's my daughter. That's what she looks forward to. She can eat a whole can of those things, just the sweet potatoes.
Yeah. And then anything else in your menu? Did you have any rolls or cornbread?
Well, we had cornbread on the side. And so we did the turkey wings because I don't do a whole turkey.
Right.
It just goes to waste or whatever.
Right.
So we like made a nice gravy out of the turkey wings.
Yeah.
And we just kind of like smothered them down. So they were just like falling off the bone. It was delicious. It was delicious.
That sounds so yummy.
Yeah, so for Christmas, we're gonna do the like a assortment of turkey wings. Like we're gonna do fried turkey wings, we're gonna do smothered, we're gonna do curry, we're gonna do barbecue.
Oh.
So we'll have a whole
nice.
spread.
Yeah.
Pick your flavor. Pick your flavor.
That sounds nice.
I
That's a
started
cute
doing that last
idea.
year.
That's a cute idea.
And the turkey wings cook faster.
See? I wonder what Natasha made when she said she had an S at the end of her sides, right? She didn't make a Thanksgiving side. She made the sides.
Exactly.
Right?
Let's see. She said pickles are her everything. She said I made homemade green bean casserole, aka
With the French onions on top with the mushroom soup.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, from scratch. All right.
Mm-hmm. Then she made jalapeno cornbread. I need that recipe.
Ooh.
I need that
So
recipe.
did she slice her jalapenos or did she dice her jalapenos? Inquiring minds need to know.
Exactly. She did stuffing.
Okay, so in her stuffing, does she using like bread? And if she's doing bread, is it French bread? Was it sourdough? Or is it just old bread? You know what I'm saying? Or was it cornbread? Because like in my house we do cornbread, but we do eat like stovetop sometimes, like once a decade.
Yeah,
you know?
my mom made that so much I started to hate the stove.
Yeah. So so what did that happen? Oh, and then balsamic smashed Brussels.
This is my favorite, but it go hard on the stomach though, because it makes you gassy. But I love burnt Brussels sprouts.
I love Brussels sprout anything. Oh, that sounds delish.
She did
Garlic mash with the gravy. Holla.
She also did brownies and
brownies.
Look at you.
Oh, so were the brownies $4.20? No, never mind. I'm just kidding.
I would have been there for
an apple crisp. Okay, so in your apple crisp, did you just do the butter with the sugar and a little bit of flour, or did you add oats?
Y'all making me hungry. And it looks like she diced the jalapeno.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. But I don't mind even if sourdough. All right.
Y'all are making me hungry.
I know.
Y'all making me want to cook. My man, like, what you cooking? I said,
she's like, they're making the menu, babe. Wait a second. Yeah, we were thinking we were gonna do nachos. We were having a nacho night. We're having a nacho night.
Oh, see, my house we do taco night.
You have taco night every Tuesday, or
probably like once a month.
Yeah.
You know, but I like all different types of tacos. I do chicken, I do beef, do fish.
Right.
I would do shrimp, but my daughter, she's allergic.
I know. Don't you hate when they're allergic to stuff? You're like, dang.
And she's mad about it too.
I'm like,
she like, I want a shrimp.
I'm like, so the smell makes you sick? Are you sure?
I don't know, but ever since she was a baby, shrimp, she just rejects them.
Yeah.
Like projectile reject.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, no, we do a variety. I like variety curves. I don't feel like I need to be in a box.
Right. Forget their boxes.
Exactly.
What lines?
So Natasha said she had caramelized the apples with brown sugar and cinnamon, butter and cornstarch, and make your own crumble with oat sugar.
Yes. Holla.
Point blank. Period. Sounds delicious.
Where's my charger? Okay.
Sounds.
That is awesome. That sounds so freaking yummy, Natasha. Okay.
Can we come to your house for dinner?
I know, right?
Oh my God, Kurz, this was so much fun today. I like the range of topics. And I think we got new topics to build on. So I'm gonna set up panels and everything for next weekend. So that
text me, hit me in Instagram. You have my here. I don't know. Here, I'll put it in the private chat.
Okay.
Yeah, did I ever give you my real phone number?
No, you didn't.
Okay. In the studio. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. This was so much fun, guys. We talked about an array of topics. I don't like to be in a box. I like a smorgasbord. We talk about sex positive culture and how it's how we felt about it. For the most part, everyone stated like if everyone's in agreement, it's no problem. But it's the sneaky link stuff that goes behind the fact that when it becomes a problem. Earlier I talked about the arrest made and takeoff unaliving. I'm just really happy that the family can begin to get some type of justice for this situation because it was senseless and unnecessary. If you ask me, that man was an innocent bystander. But I think it's an attest to our gun laws, okay? In America and down south, they have a lot of open carry states. Like
it's people just shouldn't be so short. I mean, there need to be more breaths had. It's ridiculous. This is freaking ridiculous. Can we stop already, people? I mean, like, there's PTSD happening on a daily basis to the point where we think this shit is normal. You know what I mean? And this isn't normal. We don't need to be like this. We don't need to constantly be bombarded on news with these stories, And there is a responsibility. If you get to a certain status, perhaps don't put yourself in situations that, where this could happen in an easier situation, like a dice game. That's easy takens. That's pop off city. Everybody knows. Stay away from dice games.
I have family members unalive over dice games, and my family in Philly, one of my cousin's husbands. Like,
my dad has a bullet in his arm to this day that they couldn't get out, like this fragment of, from a Saturday night special because of a freaking dice game back in the 70s. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But I appreciate your comment. He said guns are going crazy all over the world like a plague. Exactly.
Yeah. It must be one of the horses. But yeah, anyway.
No, but it's too much, and I'm tired of the black on black crime. You know what I mean? Like, we have to stop competing with one another in order to close the divide. I feel like.
That's like what could have possibly been worth. And then he was supposedly getting ready to go to Mexico, so he knew he did wrong.
Why everybody running to Mexico all of a sudden?
Because they don't have to extradite your ass. They don't have to. They can, but they don't have to.
Colors case. Okay, so all of y'all think y'all could go out the country and commit crimes. Like, they're going to use this case and set a precedent.
For sure. I could see that happening for sure.
No, I ain't trying to travel to Mexico anytime soon because there's a lot of stuff happening over in Mexico. A lot of people. Okay, and it's not just people flying in from America. It's other things going on there too, and that's why I think they're trying to step up now to try to cover up. But
are you gonna check out Mims in a half hour?
I sure will. Is he doing a colorist panel?
No, he's doing an interview with Tita Talks. You know, the lady that's been going in on Mia from Potomac.
What time is that?
That's gonna be in a half hour at 4.
All right. I'm gonna jump on then.
Yeah.
Get in that chat. I can't wait.
Because Tita is, oh my gosh, I listened to her last night do a live. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's too much. She's like, I don't know. Have you ever seen her? She's too much. She's too much. And you know, Wendy's mom went in on Mia too. So Mia's getting it from all sides. And I'm pretty sure she likes it because, you know, they like a good three-way. So
That part.
Allegedly.
That part.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
See, it says right there on the banner, allegedly.
Allegedly. I think Mia is a coward and an attention whore. Okay.
Yes.
To the levels.
Her sympathy posting is like no bueno.
No
It's
bueno.
no bueno.
No bueno for me. But yeah, I am gonna chime in. I'm about to run to the store and get my wine for this evening.
Yeah, you know, look, I didn't quite finish last night. So.
I love this one Malbec. It's my favorite. It's called Calia.
Oh, Malbec. I did Malbec, Calia. I have to try. And it's red, right?
It's a red.
Yeah, I love reds. I used to be a white Zinfandel girl, but then that became too sweet for me. And so I preferred not something so sweet. And then because of Real Housewives of New York and damn Ramona Singer, I was like, well, let me taste this Pinot Grigio. And that was like drinking like gasoline. That was like so thick and coaty. I would end up with a headache every time. Every time, damn Pinot Grigio.
Oh, we gotta start a wine club, Naughty Crew. Like where we can recommend different wines because I love wine. I used to back in the day work for an Italian interior decorator. He's a wine collector, so he taught me how to like select wine. So Calia is one of my favorite. I love Excelsior. It's a wine from South Africa. It's delicious.
Ooh.
I love the Menage a Trois.
Oh, I love Menage a Trois. Yes, love.
Maybe we could start a little wine club where people could just like give different suggestions and we can all try it and we can rate it together.
Excelsior wine. Who's
Uh-huh.
trying to find me? No, you can't know my location, damn it.
Exactly. And then
why
we
you
also
want to
got
know?
into like the mental health state of people and what people are going through. Like mental health is rampant nowadays. The mental health system is overflooded. They can't even keep up with the demand and stuff like that. You got people getting kicked off of planes for biting people. Like you got coworkers.
It's like they're like raging out. Remember those times before the panty that we saw those people in Florida specifically, like eating other cheap people in the middle of the street. And then they finally said they were on bath salts. That's how these people are acting these days.
I think it's the substance abuse that doesn't help.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people started using substances because they were lonely.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at how many ODs there has been in the last, just through the panty alone. Look how many people we lost, not due to the panty, but substances.
Right.
Health, you know, and it's just really sad the way people are acting out. And I just want to urge people to get help if you need help. There's nothing wrong with getting the help. You'll be better off. You'll just lose more if you don't take care of yourself, because people will start to isolate you and they won't want to be around you. But here's one thing I wanted to end the show with. If you don't give a damn, we don't give a F, was a couple, which one would it be? Okay, you got up first Krishan Rock and Blueface. Then you have PJ Holmes and Amy Roback. You have Cher and who is this? That looked like Dennis Rodman, but they're calling him AE. And then you have Portia
AE, yeah.
and Simon Gabodia.
I think Christian Rock, obviously.
I'm over those two.
I'm
they
so
on punishment
over
over here in Naughty Love Movement.
I'm over them. I love Portia and Simon. I was telling my other friend that I stopped listening to Alicia Keys when she got with Swizz Beatz. I stopped watching Angelina Jolie when she got with Brad Pitt. Like there's just like, I was like, that's just like giving permission to like a gajillion girls that want to be like you to like just go like take a married dude. And yeah, the dude had everything to do with it too, but you have a personal responsibility, lady. Like, why you have to go over there? There's like a bajillion men, a bajillion, and you needed that particular one. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, oh, wait a minute. I'm glitching out. Yeah, there's a bajillion. But in Portia's situation, I didn't feel like she stole Fallon's dude because Fallon was obviously cheating with homeboy. Like I totally already had that for a feeling. And then when it ended up that she was pregnant, that means that she was obviously pregnant at the time they got together. So duh, anyway, in my mind. But I don't know. For some reason, I didn't have a problem with Portia and Simon.
I mean, that's what happens when you turn a hoe into a, okay.
Yeah, right.
They run around with the pool boy on you.
The GMA couple, like, didn't Matt Lauer get fired for having an affair at work or something, or was it more scandalous than just an affair?
I don't know if he got fired.
Yeah. Let me look. I'm pretty sure Matt Lauer got fired for over a sex scandal. Look, I'll look up news anchor fired for sex with coworker. I don't know. Oh, well, he got fired for appearing in an adult movie.
Do you think it's fair that they terminate people behind that?
No, I don't. I'm like,
I mean, did Bill Clinton?
It's not the military. It's not the freaking military. I don't know what the problem would be. Like, why is it a problem?
I mean, it's enough that they have to go through a divorce and everything, but like,
that part obviously I don't condone. The whole cheating on each other and all of that. Like, I don't. That's not cool.
If I had to choose a couple that I don't give a F about, it would be Blueface. And I think they.
It's like too toxic. It went from trying to help her to just we got to pray for her and keep on going.
At this point, I think she's where she wants to be. Period.
Yeah.
So if you like it, I love it.
Exactly. And on that, I'm gonna let you go so we can see men.
Yes, we're gonna go over the men's channel. Please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button so that you can be notified when I update content to my channel. Please go over to my girl Large Curves and subscribe to her channel. Also AT2 Gray Hair Diva. Please go over. These are all my favorite YouTube. They're part of my YouTube family, and I appreciate everybody joining me today. Curves, thank you so much. We
right
here,
on.
girl. We there.
We here.
Yes. All right. On the count of 3. Until next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. 1.